Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Scott here, and today I'm going to be breaking down the entire 2017 offseason for the Lakers. Obviously, the main point for the Lakers offseason is to draft Lonzo Ball, but I don't think the Lakers should do much more than that. There's been a lot of rumors of them trying to trade for Paul George and maybe ship out D'Angelo Russell, but I think Lonzo and D'Angelo Russell complement each other brilliantly. Lonzo and D'Angelo can both play off the ball really well. D'Angelo, he's a good playmaker. They're both very good playmakers, actually. I think they both can complement each other really well based on the fact that D'Angelo is a little bit more crafty and Lonzo is a little bit more athletic and he's more direct. Going down the roster, I think the Lakers should definitely consider giving Zubac a lot more minutes, maybe even the starting role for the entire season. Also down the list, we have Mozgov. A lot of people don't like that huge contract he was given last summer, and I agree that's a really bad contract, but I don't think any team will really take him unless it includes a first round pick, but we'll see what we can get from him. I've heard that Brook Lopez was an option in the trade market. Another thing is choosing between T-Rob and Tyreek Black. I think the Lakers should look at getting a new big man in the draft, and I think one of these guys will have to leave to make room for that young star. Another player that was given a huge contract is Luol Deng. I think he's actually worthy of keeping that contract and staying on this team. Obviously his age hurts, but I think he's a good player. The Lakers are lacking good defenders, and he is that. Tyler Ennis, he's a good young point guard. I think the Lakers should keep him because he's got a cheap contract. And then also I think the Lakers should choose between David Nwaba and Corey Brewer to make room for a young wing in the draft. I think neither of these guys will see the court very much next season, so it doesn't really matter. Corey Brewer is the one that's signed on, but I think to get rid of him we'll have to include him in a trade of some sort. This is the draft class I'm using. Obviously the players aren't fully scouted, so their ratings don't show up, but my friend Apple made this. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. His gamer tag is Apple Grande. But let's get started with the draft. Here's the final draft summary. It actually looks pretty accurate. The first 4 picks are probably what they're going to end up being. I'm going to go ahead and sign all 3 of these players we drafted. The only player I think might not get signed in real life is Dwayne Bacon because he's not very good and Lakers already have a lot of wings. So the team options, I'm accepting everyone but Tyreek Black because we drafted Zach Collins. I don't think we'll end up with any of these guys. We'll send out an offer though, but they likely won't even give us a meeting. So like I said, we have to choose between T-Rob or Tyreek Black. I think both of these guys are valuable bench players. I think I'm just not going to sign David Nwaba back. I realize he's a good defender, but I think we should just invest in our young wing we already got. It looks like we don't have the money for any of the top free agents, so I think we're just going to pass on these guys. I've decided to just go with T-Rob because he's more of a power forward and Tyreek Black is more of a center, and we already have 3 centers. Alright, I've just simmed through free agency. We have 15 players now. About 3 in every position. Point guard's a little bit light, but D'Angelo Russell can also play there. Clarkson can also play there, so I think we're good for that spot. Alright, we made it through the offseason. Let's put this team together. I think Matt should be on the bench and Randall should start. That starting lineup looks good, and I think Zubac should definitely be starting center. Zach Collins and Mozgov can both be the centers off the bench. Deng should probably get time, but I think Young could just be the primary small forward off the bench. All in all, I think this team is good enough to win about 30 to 35 games next season. Obviously, they're not going to make the playoffs with that record, though. But let's sim to the end of the season. I'd say the season's going pretty good so far. We're about 500 right now. As I say that, we're losing a whole bunch of games right now. We probably won 2 games in the month of December. It's turning out to be last season all over again. We only have 16 wins after about 50 games. Lonzo Ball got Rookie of the Year. So Lonzo Ball obviously made it onto the rookie first team. But we finished with a 33-49 record. Let's just sim the rest of the playoffs and see who won the championship. The Wizards made it to the finals, but obviously the Warriors take the final. I'd say this season was a success. I mean, like I said, winning 30 to 35 games should probably be the goal for this team. Lonzo Ball did what I expected. He got a whole bunch of assists. He averaged about 8 a game. D'Angelo Russell was the star. He had the most points. But apart from that, guys, I think the Lakers should definitely play it safe, draft Lonzo Ball, Maybe look to next season's free agency and try and get Paul George. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos like this.